Donald Trump has been known to tweet here and there, but will he continue to do so as commander-in-chief? Trump was asked about Twitter during the 60 Minutes interview on Sunday. Here's what he said.
I'm going to do very restrained if I use it at all. I'm going to do very restrained. I find it tremendous. It's a modern form of communication. There should be nothing you should be ashamed of. It's where it's at.
Yeah, it's where it's at, man. Well, it's been 1 week since the election, and Trump is showing some restraint. On Tuesday, he responded to Hillary supporters claiming she should be president because she won the popular vote. He tweeted, "If the election were based on total popular vote, I would have campaigned in New York, Florida, and California and won even bigger and more easily," adding the Electoral College is actually genius and that it brings all states, including the smaller ones, into play. Campaigning is much different. This is a bit of a departure from what he tweeted back in 2012 after Romney lost to Obama. The Electoral College is a disaster for democracy. So a little bit of change, right? Kristen, he changed his mind. I liked his tweet saying that, you know, it's 50 states. It's a 50-state election,
Absolutely.
right?
And if this were based on the popular vote, he and Hillary both would have campaigned differently. So he wasn't lashing out. He was making a valid point. But I love what he said in that 60 Minutes interview. He said he would try to restrain himself. Restrain is a very, very subjective word, Tom. And this is why we love Trump. He's a fighter. He's not going to take any BS from the media. That's what we want. And if the New York Times doesn't like it, they can squawk about it to their latte-sipping liberal readers in the Upper West Side, while we the people hear directly from Trump. They can all sit in their safe spaces and cry about it.
That's it. Sipping, crying, lattes, right? Schultz.
This is so much fun. I'm not sure it's real. I feel like there's like a puppet and like a fan is underneath her.
No, she is.
I get that a lot.
She's got her own message.
Brilliant. Go.
But look, what do you think? The Electoral College, I like it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to have all 50 states. Otherwise, it would just be cities.
Yes.
That's all that would elect the president,
Absolutely.
right?
I think it fairly represents, I don't know about fairly, but it definitely gives representation to some of these states that people wouldn't care about. And frankly, maybe they don't care about, look what just happened. And frankly, they don't care about, most of the year.
Yeah. Does anyone talk to you in that ear?
No.
They talk to me. Why would they need to talk to you?
I don't know. It just popped out. They were speaking loud. But yeah, I agree with you. I think we need. I just think it's kind of funny that that Trump and the people that are criticizing him right now have a lot in common, because back when Hillary beat Barack in 2008 in the popular vote, right? There was all these people saying, "Oh, this is ridiculous. This is absolute."
But that didn't happen, did it?
Yeah.
Is he right? What happened? When?
In 2008, she won more primary, when you added all the primaries
together.
You are
right.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Yeah.
Super
Did they hit you in the ear with it?
No, they didn't. But
yeah, so, and now all of a sudden that was a huge problem. These exact same people are criticizing Trump's, I guess, loss in the popular vote in an Electoral College election, which makes no sense.
Right.
whatsoever.
Hooper, is there a better system than the Electoral College that you can think of?
I can't think of one now. I'm worried about him and his REM sleep with this. No, I mean, at some point, you're going to have... He's going to be governing this country from a sleep clinic if you don't put the phone down. At some point, he's 70, I'm 41, and I don't have the energy to tweet that much. I'll retweet, but that's
It is strange, isn't it?
Yes.
There's something about people who don't sleep much. You know, Jay Leno was famed to have only sleep 4 hours a night, and he was always friendly and gregarious. I think it's something weird about that.
Yeah, you can't. They can't turn off the ambition. You're not going to win an argument with them. It's just someone that's been up 24 hours a day for 50 years. You just can't win.
I get it. I get it. Bill, what do you think, though? Electoral College, any modifications to be made to it? I think it's fine just as it is.
Divine monarch, anything short of that, I'm just kind of like, you know, popery, and then whoever the Electoral College system.
But it's only people who, once they lose, they complain about the Electoral College. Weren't they bragging? The Hillary supporters were talking about the map all year long, were they not?
They were. And what we see with the Electoral College is nobody really knows what it means. The average voter doesn't. So you end up having these people who look up, they look at the results, and then they go, okay, how did the Electoral College rig this thing? Because I heard about it in civics class, so it must be rigged.
Yeah.
So that's why you get Trump, who probably had no idea what the Electoral College was in 2012, just saying the Electoral College must have done this to our country, even though Romney, of course, got wiped out in the popular vote as well. And I think that's what's so interesting about seeing everything Trump does and talks about. he thinks he's explaining to you for the first time. So he's like, Twitter is a form of communication. Can you believe it? And the Electoral College, all 50 states, who knew? Because he literally went on Wikipedia and was like, how am I going to get back at these trolls? And, you know, clicked it out.
But I think when he says that, he's trying to get new Twitter followers, people who want a new form of communication. They're excited about it, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
here's my thing. Electoral College, I think the entire popular vote should be a tiny little state. You get it?
Ooh, and then you get delegates for that
state for with 3 electoral votes. If you win the popular, you get 3. You get 3 extras. That's it.
No,
so
that helps the Democrats every time. There were 3 million illegal aliens who voted in this last election. I like the Electoral College because it sort of, it doesn't allow those, forms of voter fraud to, make my vote in states like New Hampshire and then states like Kansas less relevant.
Well, Canada too. Canada, we should respect
Canada. Sorry to all my Canadian friends.
3 million illegal.
3 million illegal
aliens
voted in this last election.
But how do you do that?
So if you subtract those, let's assume they all voted for Hillary, just for argument's sake.
But how do you even get that?
She didn't even win the popular vote because states like California give them licenses, and you can vote if you have a license.
You can.
Because you can't ask
certain places
for other
you
forms
can.
of
They
ID.
didn't ask me for an ID. I walked in, I voted. Okay.